what we're going to do is we're going to go over the evidence. Okay? So what I want to first do is discuss this man. His name is Albert Pike. And he was born in the year 1809, 1891. And why he's important is that he's considered the grand architect of American Freemasonry. Why American Freemasonry is important is that it's the people who control the American government. 1/3 of all American presidents were Freemasons. Okay? And these people today control the American military, the national security apparatus, the CIA, the FBI. All right? They're not called the Freemasons, but they go back to the Freemasons. So they share the similar ideas of the Freemasons. So Albert Pike was one of the major leaders of the American Freemasons, and he's considered the grand architect, meaning that he built the system and the ideas that underpin modern-day American Freemasonry today. His most important work is called Morals and Dogma. And it's basically the standard textbook of American Freemasonry, okay? So we're going to look at a few passages from Morals and Dogma. And I know they're a bit long, but it's very important for us to understand how they think. Okay? So I'm going to read the first part, and then Alan, if you could help me read this part, okay? So I'll read the first part. The rough Ashlar, okay, this is the Ashlar, guys, which is a stone, is the people as a mass, rude and unorganized. So society is diverse, it's chaotic, and we, the Freemasons, our objective in life is to create order out of chaos. The perfect Ashlar, okay, or typical stone, symbol of perfection, is the state. The purpose of government is to create order out of chaos, to perfect humanity. The rulers deriving their powers from the consent of the governed, the Constitution and laws speaking the will of the people. The government, harmonious, symmetrical, efficient, its powers properly distributed and duly adjusted in equilibrium. Okay, so think of society as a forest. No, a forest is chaotic. There are diseases in a forest. It could burn down. What we really want to do is create a temple of stone that is perfect, that is eternal, that is divine. Okay? We want to burn down the forest and build a temple with our bare hands. I know God was the one who created the forest, but God willed us to perfect his work. If we delineate a cube on a plane surface, okay, we have visible 3 faces and 9 external lines drawn between 7 points. The complete cube has 3 more faces, making 6, 3 more lines, making 12, and 1 more point, making 8. As the number 12 includes the sacred numbers 3, 5, 7, and 3 times 3, or 9, is produced by adding the sacred number 3 to 9, while its own 2 figures, 1 to the unit of monad and duad, added together make the same sacred number 3. It was called the perfect number, and the cube became a symbol of perfection, okay? So this is God. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create God on earth. And how do we know it's God? Because it is perfection itself. How do we know it's perfection? Because of mathematics, geometry, okay? Geometry is a language of God. Once you understand geometry, you understand how God thinks. So the cube is perfect, so we want to turn society into a cube. In fact, we want to turn everyone into a cube. And how do we do so? Artificial intelligence, guys, okay? Artificial intelligence. Okay, all right, so again, the idea is we want to read them in order to understand the essence of their thinking. Okay, so let's now move on, okay? Can you read, Alan?
Nevertheless, Masonry, which is morality and philosophy, must not cease to do its duty. We never know at what moment success awaits our efforts. Generally, when most unexpected, nor with what effect or efforts are or are not to be attended. Succeed or fail, Masonry must not bow to arrow or succumb under discouragement. There was at Rome a few Carthaginian soldiers taken prisoners who refused to bow to Flaminius and had a little of Hannibal's magnanimity. Masons should possess an equal greatness of soul. Masonry should be an energy, finding its aim and effect in the ameliorations of mankind. So Socrates should enter into an atom and produce Marcus Aurelius. In other words, bring forth from the man of enjoyment, the man of wisdom,